Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2023 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 questions daily in a video. So, let's start our session. Our first question is, if you travel through the Himalayas, you are likely to see which of the following plants naturally growing there. Options are oak, rhododendron, sandalwood. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option A, 1 and 2 only. That is, oak and rhododendron are characteristic plants of temperate forest. Temperate forests are mainly found in the middle altitude of Himalayas. Sandalwoods are found in tropical deciduous forest or monsoon forest, which are found in Western Ghats, Deccan Plateau, Northern Plains and along the foothills of Himalayas. But the presence is confined only to northeastern states. That is, the presence of sandalwood is negligible or confined only to northeastern states. So, according to official UPSC answer key, the answer is option A. That is, oak and rhododendron are growing naturally in the Himalayas. Question number 2. In the context of Indian economy, which of the following is or are purpose of statutory reserve requirements? Options are to enable the central bank to control the amount of advances the banks can create, to make the people's deposit with banks safe and liquid, to prevent the commercial banks from making excessive profits, to force the banks to have sufficient vault cash to meet their day-to-day requirements. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option A. Statement 1 only is correct. Statutory reserve requirement is a tool used by RBI to control the money supply in the economy. It is an instrument to manage liquidity. The first instrument is CRR, that is, cash reserve ratio, in which banks must keep fraction of their deposits with RBI. Another tool is SLR, that is, statutory liquidity ratio, which requires the banks to maintain a given fraction of their total demand and time deposits in the form of specified liquid assets. When the central bank wants to increase the money supply in the economy, it lowers the reserve ratio. Hence, it enables the central bank to control the number of advances the banks can create. Hence, statement 1 is correct. RBI requires commercial banks to keep reserves in order to ensure that banks have sufficient assets to draw on when account holders want to be paid. Hence, statement 2 is incorrect. Reserve requirements are designed as precautionary measures to control the economy and not to stop banks from excessive profit and not to force the banks to have sufficient cash to meet their day-to-day requirements. Hence, statement 3 and 4 are incorrect. So, here answer to this question is option A. Question number 3. Ghadar was a options are Revolutionary Association of Indians with headquarters at San Francisco, Nationalist Organization operating from Singapore, Militant Organization with headquarters at Berlin, Communist Movement for India's Freedom with headquarters at Tashkent. The answer to this question is option A. A transnational political organization called the Ghadar Party was started by Indian expatriates in the early 20th century to end British rule in India. However, the movement gradually extended to India and Indian diasporic groups worldwide. The early Ghadar movement was founded by conspirators who resided and worked on the western coastline of USA and Canada. The official founding has been dated to a meeting on 15 July 1913 in Astoria, Oregon, with the Ghadar headquarters and Hindustan Ghadar newspaper based in San Francisco. So here answer to this question is option A. Question number 4. With reference to the cultural history of India, the term Panchayatan refers to options are an assembly of village elders, a religious sect, a style of temple construction, an administrative functionary. The answer to this question is option C, a style of temple construction. Hindu temples are built in the Panchayatana layout. In Panchayatana style of architecture, main shrine is built on rectangular plane with 4 subsidiary shrines that are smaller and at the 4 corners. Hence, there are a total of 5 shrines and hence the name Panchayatana. Examples of Panchayatana temples are Jagadish Temple in Udaipur, Lakshmana Temple in Khajuraho, Khandariya Mahadeva Temple in Khajuraho, Brahmeshwara Temple in Bhubaneswar. So, here answer to this question is option C. Question number 5. Which one of the following is the correct sequence of food chain? Here answer to this question is option A. Diatoms, crustaceans, herrings. Diatoms are autotrophs that prepare their own food. Crustaceans are herbivorous animals which feed on diatoms. Herrings are carnivorous animals which feed on crustaceans. This completes the food chain. Diatoms are photosynthesizing algae. They are found in almost every aquatic environment. Crustaceans are a very large group of arthropods like crabs, lobsters, crayfish, etc. Most are free-living, freshwater or marine animals, but some are terrestrial. Herons is a long silver-colored fish that swims in large groups in the sea, or its flesh eaten as food. So her answer to this question is option A. Question number 6. Consider the following rivers: Barak, Lohit, Subansiri. Which of the above flows through Arunachal Pradesh? The answer to this question is option B, 2 and 3 only. That is, Lohit and Subansiri flows through Arunachal Pradesh. Barak River flows 900 km through the state of Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram and Assam in India. Further, it enters Bangladesh. Lohit River is a river in China and India. It is formed in Tibet through merger of two rivers. Then combined river descends through mountainous region and surges through Arunachal Pradesh in India for 200 km before entering the plains of Assam, where it is known as Lohit River. Subansiri River is a trans-Himalayan river and a tributary of the Brahmaputra River that flows through Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Tibet. So your answer to this question is option B. Question number 7. Which of the following pairs is or are correctly matched? Cassini Huygens orbiting the Venus and transmitting data to the Earth. That is incorrect. Messenger mapping and investigating Mercury. That is correct. Voyager 1 and 2 exploring the outer solar system. That is correct. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this question is option B. Pair 2 and 3 are correctly matched. Cassini Huygens was a joint endeavor of NASA, European Space Agency and Italian Space Agency. Cassini was a sophisticated robotic spacecraft sent to study Saturn and its complex system of rings and moons. Cassini carried a probe called Huygens to the Saturn system. Hence, pair 1 is incorrect. NASA's Messenger spacecraft orbited Mercury for more than 4 years. The mission determined Mercury's surface composition, revealed its geological history, discovered details about its internal magnetic field, and verified its polar deposits are dominantly waterized. Hence, pair 2 is correctly matched. The twin spacecraft Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were launched by NASA in separate months in 1977. The primary mission was the exploration of Jupiter and Saturn. After making a string of discoveries there, the mission was extended. The Voyager 2 went on to explore Uranus and Neptune. Both spacecraft are still sending scientific information about their surroundings through the Deep Space Network. The adventurous current mission, the Voyager Interstellar mission, will explore the outermost edge of the Sun's domain and beyond. Hence, pair 3 is correctly matched. So, your answer to this question is option B. Question number 8. Which of the following is or are example of chemical change? Options are crystallization of sodium chloride, melting of ice, souring of milk. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option B. 3 only is correct. That is, souring of milk. Crystallization of sodium chloride and ice melting are physical change as they involve a change of state. The soured milk has new elements and it cannot be reversed. Hence, it is a chemical change. So, her answer to this question is option B. Question number 9. Consider the following techniques of phenomena: budding and grafting in fruit plants, cytoplasmic male sterility, gene silencing. Which of the above is or are used to create transgenic crops? The answer to this question is option B, 2 and 3 only. That is, cytoplasmic male sterility and gene silencing are used to create transgenic crops. Both budding and grafting are physical modification of plant parts and has nothing to do with gene of the plants. Hence, option 1 can be eliminated. Budding and grafting are two different processes used for the production of new plants. This type of plant breeding refers to vegetative propagation. Gene silencing generally reduces the expression of a gene by at least 70%, but do not eliminate it. Cytoplasmic male sterility is a condition under which a plant is unable to produce functional pollen. Transgenic plants are the ones whose DNA is modified using genetic engineering techniques. The aim is to introduce a new trait to the plant which does not occur naturally in the species. A transgenic plant contains a gene or genes that have been artificially inserted, improving shelf life, higher yield, improved quality, pest resistance, tolerant to heat, cold and drought resistance are the advantage of this process. That is, advantage of transgenic crops. So, her answer to this question is option B. Gene silencing and cytoplasmic male sterility are used to create transgenic crop. Question number 10. The seasonal reversal of winds is the typical characteristics of. Options are equatorial climate, Mediterranean climate, monsoon climate, all of the above climates. Here, answer to this question is option C, monsoon climate. Monsoon is the only climate which is having a reversal of wind between seasons.
The rhythmic reversal of winds is a permanent feature of Indian subcontinent. One reversal happens around the end of summer when the northeast trade winds gets replaced by the southwest monsoon winds which brings rains. The second reversal occurs when the southwest monsoon winds weakens and get replaced by the northeast trade winds. So her answer to this question is option C. Question number 11. Consider the following towns in India. Bhadrachalam, Chanderi, Kanchipuram, Karnal. Which of the above are famous for the production of traditional sarees or fabric? The answer to this question is option B, 2 and 3 only. That is Chanderi and Kanchipuram. Chanderi in Madhya Pradesh and Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu are famous for silk sarees. So her answer to this question is option B. Question number 12. Among the following organisms, which one does not belong to the class of other three? Options are crab, mite, scorpion, spider. The answer to this question is option A, crab. All are arthropods, but crab is a crustacean, does not belong to Arachnida family. Crustaceans are generally aquatic and differ from other arthropods. The arachnids are an arthropod group that includes spiders, scorpion, mites and ticks as well as lesser known subgroups. So our answer to this question is option A. Question number 13. In the Constitution of India, promotion of international peace and security is included in. Options are Preamble, Directive Principles of State Policy, Fundamental Duties, 9th Schedule. The answer to this question is option B, Directive Principles of State Policy. Article 51 deals with promotion of international peace and security. Article 51 states that the state shall endeavour to promote international peace and security, maintain just and honourable relations between nations, foster respect for international law and treaty obligations in the dealings of organized peoples with one another, and encourage settlements of international disputes by arbitration. So her answer to this question is option B, DPSP. Question number 14. Which one of the following schedule of the Constitution of India contains provisions regarding anti-defection? Options are 2nd schedule, 5th schedule, 8th schedule and 10th schedule. The answer to this question is option D, 10th schedule. The Anti-Defection Law punishes individual MPs or MLAs for leaving one party for another. Parliament added it to the Constitution as the 10th schedule in 1985. Its purpose was to bring stability to government by discouraging legislators from changing parties. The 10th schedule, popularly known as the Anti-Defection Act, was included in the Constitution by 52nd Amendment Act 1985. It sets the provisions for disqualification of elected members on the ground of defection to another political party. So her answer to this question is option D. Number 15. Turkey is located between. Options are Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Gulf of Suez, Mediterranean Sea, Gulf of Aqaba and Dead Sea. The answer to this question is option B, Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next set tomorrow.